My name is Carey. I am here to guide you through a 10 a.m. power flow class. This is my husband, Chris, who's here just to help me out, just to kind of flow with me during the practice. So as I'm doing, if I have to stop and explain something further, you can sort of demo what's happening. Super excited to be here this morning. Last I checked, I think 47 people came into this class, so that is amazing. So thank you to our community that continue to support us. I see a lot of brand new people to our studio and to Yoga Nation signed up today as well. So welcome to our little space in our little studio. Super happy to have you. We are going to flow through 60 minutes power flow. I'm going to have a little bit of music in the background. I'm going to try and keep it nice and low for the joint parents, but we find that it helps us immensely in our practice to have some tunes helping us along. So that being said, we're going to get started. We're going to come on to all fours. We're going to make our way into a child's resting pose. So coming onto your mat, taking your knees as wide apart as your mat, drawing your big toes together to touch and dropping your hips down towards your heels. Then you're going to lengthen your torso forward, stretching your arms out front, grounding your third eye for that space just above and between your brows onto the floor as you reach your fingers forwards. Now, if you'd like, you can bring your knees in a little closer, rest your rib cage on your inner thighs, or you can take your knees wider and let your torso kind of settle in between your thighs, letting your heart melt down to the floor. Just landing here to start, connecting to your breath, lengthening and deepening your inhale, long 4 to 6 second inhale, long 4 to 6 second exhale, in and out of the nose. If at any time you need to release some tension, take out a little bit of heat, a big sigh and exhale out of your mouth will help you do that. Reach your fingertips a little bit closer to the top edge of your mat. Straighten up your arms, round it up your whole hand. Every finger pad, every knuckle joint, your whole palm. Press them down hard enough that your forearms and your arms engage, your elbows float up, your shoulders draw together and down. Maybe by pressing into your hands, you actually send your hips a little closer to your heels. Breathe. If Ujjayi breath is in your practice, feel free to engage through your Ujjayi breath. It's that slight constriction in the back of your throat. So it sounds like you're trying to log from here. It's that sort of a sensation that you're still breathing through your nose, creating a little bit of internal heat. We don't have our heating panels. We're not being able to do our hot yoga right now, so we create our own internal heat. Press down onto your hands. We're going to roll over the toes. Send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Just finding some length in the body. Long, flat back. Pedaling through the legs. Just finding some lengthening. Shining your tailbone and your sitting bones up to the ceiling. If this is too much on the legs, bend your knees a little bit. Come onto your toes. Keep the long, flat back first and foremost. If you can keep that long flat back and you're ready to introduce a little more stretch in the legs, you can drop the heels and straighten the legs. But if that's too much, bend the knees and come to the toes. You want to take a twist. You want to keep lengthening and pedaling. Feel free to do so. We're going to come forward and drop into a tabletop to start. So you want to stack your shoulders over top of your wrists, your hips over top of your knees. So your hands should be about shoulder width distance. Your knees about hip width distance. Just lengthening through the front of the head, lengthening through your tailbone, engaging through the core. So we're trying to avoid that sway back and we want to keep that engagement. Press the floor away from you. And then just to start, we're going to cycle through some cat-cow. So as you inhale, you'll drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your face, flare your hips back. And as you exhale, you're going to tuck the chin, tuck the pelvis, and press your shoulders up to the ceiling. Inhale back into cow pose. Exhale it out into cat pose. Cat like a scared Halloween baby. Flowing through with your own rhythm of breath. You don't have to be in line with me. Flow with your own breath. So you might be quicker than me. You might be slower than me. It's all good. You do you. You want to take it into barrel rolls. Imagine you've got a barrel along your torso, like you're wearing it across your torso. You want to scrape the inside of that barrel with your rib cage. You can do that in one direction and then do that in the other direction as well. You want to take your cat-cows into big movements. Absolutely. Find what works for you. Taking a couple more breaths here. Coming back to that neutral position. We're going to ground into the hands and the knees. We're going to stay grounded into that left. Well, we're going to stay grounded in everything. We're just going to extend that right arm forward. Lengthening through the arm. Keep that leg through the crown of the head, through the tailbone. You're going to grab into that right knee and start to extend the left heel back. Try not to lift the heel above the sitting bones. Keep it in line. You want to keep that length in your spine. Reaching forward and reaching back. And then if you want to take it further from here, you can curl the heel back, reach back, and kick in. You'll open through your shoulder, stretch through the quad, open the hip flexor, taking a bit of a back bend. Slowly release, find that extension, and come all the way back down. You need to rotate through that stabilizing wrist, absolutely know that you can. Taking it into the other side, grounding into all fours. To start off, we're going to lengthen through that left arm. Grounding into the left knee, extend the right heel back. Lengthen through the crown of the head, lengthen back through the tailbone. Try to keep your heel in line with the sit bone, because as soon as you start to lift it up, you end up coming into that back leg. We're not quite there yet. Just lengthen, stabilizing with the core. From here, curl that right heel up, reach back with the left hand, kick back and kick up. Stretching through the left shoulder, opening up through the right hip flexor, stretching through the quad, bit of a back bend. Nice and slowly release, extend out, come back to all fours. Cycle out a couple more cat cows, just relaxing. Grounding into the hands, we're going to roll over the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal through the legs. Re-lengthen, finding a little more space. Press your chest back to your thighs. Let your head dangle between your arms. Shake your head yes and no, release the tension in your neck. Shine your tailbone up to the ceiling, long, flat back. Nice big inhale. Gaze comes forward. Slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands. We're going to hang a ragdoll at the top edge of your mat. The feet should be about hip width distance. If you ever want to measure, that's 2 fist widths between the balls of your feet. Hinging from the hip crease, keeping that long flat back. If you want more, grab opposite elbows. You can sway from side to side. You can pedal through those legs again, just finding length, releasing through the low back, stretching through the hammies, and again, releasing any tension in the back. Releasing your hands down to the floor. Nice and slowly, we're going to make our way all the way up to stand. Making your way into mountain pose, drawing your big toes together to touch a slight space between your heels. Roll your shoulders up, back and down, lengthen the fingertips to the floor. Engage through the core, lengthen through the crown of the head, tuck into the chin so there's lots of length through the back side of the neck. Fire up the quads, pull your kneecaps up the thighs. Lots of breath. Hands come through your heart center, and then press into your hands. Feel it in your chest, your shoulders, and your arms, just to kind of wake everything up, get them ready to do some work. Inhale, reach all the way up. Take your gaze up and take it into a bit of a back lift. It could be deep, it could be shallow, it could be whatever you need. Come all the way back up, hands through the heart center. All right, we're going to start off with a single half sun, just to sync our breath with our movement. In power flow, we always transition with our breath. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. So fingertips can stay on the floor, they can come to your shins, they can come to your thighs. Lengthen forward, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, your hands through the heart center. Let's start with our sun A's. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. We're going to plant our hands, step it back to a high plank. We're just going to hold our high plank for a moment. Waking up through the core, come really far over onto the tippy toes. Shoulders coming slightly ahead of the wrist. Core is engaged, pressing the shoulders up to the ceiling. So you never want to have your shoulders drawn together. You want to press up and out. Take one more inhale. You can drop to the knees, come all the way down to your belly. Starting with baby cobra, you can lift your heart, lift your chest. If you want, you can cover the arms. Stay just lengthening forward, taking that back bend, lowering down. Press into your hands and your knees. Roll over your toes, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. There's your modified variation. So if you need to drop to your knees, come all the way to baby cobra. Press yourself to tabletop without full chaturanga. So take whatever option is going to serve you in your practice today. Big inhale, gaze comes forward, feet come forward. So you can walk, step, hop, jump, or fly. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, come all the way up. And we're going to flow right into the next set. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, go back, high plank. We're going to lower down chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, use your core strength. Send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Beautifully done. Nice big inhale. Gaze come forward. Feet come forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, go back, high plank. Chaturanga, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale it out, downward facing dog. Nice big inhale. Gaze comes forward. Feet come forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, come all the way up. This time we're going to sit into our chair. Utkatasana, chair pose. Weight in the heels. Send your hips back and down. Draw your torso up. Pull your arm bones back. Spiral the pinkies and flare the thumbs up. Sit a little lower. Weight is in the heels. Take a peek down. If you can't see your feet, you got to put your knees and your shins back. So send your hips to the back further. Let your thumbs actually reaching for that chair to sit in. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, go back, high plank. Chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale it out, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Let this be your reset. Nicely done. Extend your right leg back. Bend your right knee, open it up, three-legged dog. So allow that left heel to drop. Point your knee up to the ceiling and stack your hips open. Big fire hydrant pose. Happy puppy or fire hydrant. Open the hips. Try to square your shoulders back down a little bit. Press a little harder into that right hand to draw that right shoulder down. Nice big inhale. As you exhale, we're going to draw that right foot all the way through. Plant it between the hands. Rise up into warrior one. So you're going to pivot that back left foot. Drop the heel, both feet are flat. Deep bend into that front right knee. Back left leg is straight, strong, and engaged. Pressing into the outside edge, almost like you're peeling the arch of that foot up and off the mat. Sink the hips low. You want to press that left hip forward. Draw that right hip back. Core is engaged. Shoulders are squared up to the front. Arms up. Sink a little deeper into that front right knee. Stay with your breath. We never hold our breath. One more inhale. Exhale your hands down on either side of your foot. Step it back and flow it out. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale it out, downward facing dog. Extend the left leg back. Bend the knee, open it up. Allow that right heel to drop. Maybe it doesn't quite make it to the floor, that's okay. Lots of length up that back right leg. Left knee pointing to the ceiling. Stacking the hips, squaring the shoulders back down to the mat. Breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, we're going to draw that left foot all the way through. Plant it between your hands. We're going to inhale, rise up into warrior one. So again, a deep, deep bend in that front left knee, back, right leg straight, strong, and engaged. Foot is pivoted about 45 degrees, give or take. Grounding into the heel, pressing into the outside edge of that foot to draw that right hip forward as you press into the left leg, tone out and send the left hip back. Core is engaged, shoulders are squared, arms are up. Shoulders pull down. Spiral the pinkies, flare the thumbs, engage through the arms. Nice big inhale. Exhale your hands down. Step it back. Blow it out. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale it out. Downward facing dog. Nice big inhale. Gaze come forward. Feet come forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Sit your hips low. Sweep your fingertips. Utkatasana, chair pose. Weight in the heels. Send your hips back and down. Notice if you got a bit of a sway back, I'm kind of guilty of this. So you got to engage to the core. Tilting the pelvis just a little bit to flatten out through the small of the back. Sit down nice and low. Inhale. Exhale, release. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands. Go back. High plank. Blow it out. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale it out. Downward facing dog. We're going to draw the right foot forward, plant it between your hands.
Inhale, rise up into warrior one. Starting at the feet, work your way up, set yourself up. From here, we're gonna take the arms up nice and wide. Interlace the knuckles behind the low back. Lift your length into the torso. As we exhale, we're gonna humble the warrior. Right shoulder coming to the inside of the right knee. Left shoulder's drawing down, so both shoulders square to the mat. Keep that deep bend in that front right knee. Your shoulders are tight, and knuckles might not float up very far. You got open shoulders, they might come up a little higher. Let your head dangle to the floor. Pull your left sitting bone back in line with the left heel. Keep the hips squared up. Knuckles back down to the low back. Nice and slowly, reach it all the way out. Exhale your hands down. Step it back. Blow it out. Inhale up. Exhale it out, downward facing dog. Other side. Left foot comes forward. Plant it between your hands. Inhale, rise up. Warrior one. So again, square up through the hips. I'm already getting sweaty. Pressing into the outside edge of that right foot, sinking low. Arms come out wide. Keep the hips where they are. Lengthen the torso up. Exhale, hinge. Left shoulder to the inside of the left knee, pulling the right sitting bone back in line with the right heel. Knuckles floating up. Let the head dangle. Press the left hip back. Draw that right hip forward. Stay with your breath. Knuckles come back down. If they floated up, reach all the way up. Exhale your hands down. Step it back. Blow it out. Inhale up. Exhale it out. Downward facing dog. Big inhale. Gaze comes forward. Feet come forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Sit your hips low. Sweep your fingertips. Utkatasana. Sit low. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, half lift. Plant your hands. Go back. Flow it out. Chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale it out, downward facing dog. Right foot comes forward, plant it between your hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. As you exhale, you're gonna open up warrior two. So sinking deep into that front right knee. That front right heel should intersect that back left foot. Left foot is pointing directly to the left. So they're perpendicular to one another. Sinking deep into that front right knee pulling open towards the pinky toe side of the foot. Arms are engaged, shoulders together and down, fingertips pull apart. Gaze is over that front right middle finger. One more inhale. Exhale down, step it back, blow it out. Inhale up, exhale down. Other side, left foot comes forward. Plant it between your hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Pivot your right toe, sink deep into that front left knee. Left knee pulling open to the pinky toe side, shoulders stacking the hips. If you're leaning forward, engage the core. Arms are wide and rigid. Shoulders draw down and together. Fingertips pull apart. One more inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step it back. Blow it out. Inhale up. Exhale down. We're going to do one more full set on both sides. Big inhale. Gaze comes forward. Both feet come forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Sit your hips low. Utkatasana, chair pose. Weight in the heels. Make sure you can see your feet. Pull the arms up. Engage through the core. Lift through the torso. Inhale. Exhale, release. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Plant your hands. Go back. Blow it out. Inhale up. Exhale it out, down. Right foot comes forward. Plant it between your hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. As you exhale, open it up, warrior two. Flip your right palm up. Exhale, exalt your warrior. Lifting and lengthening through the front right side of your body. Legs stay the same. So stay deep in the legs. Left hand contract on that back left leg, or it can wrap around the low back. Lifting and lengthening. Nicely done. Stay with your breath. Inhale, back up, warrior two. Exhale your hands down, step it back. Blow it up. Inhale up. Exhale it out, down. Last side, left foot comes forward. Plant it between your hands. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, we're gonna open it up, warrior two, sink deep. Find your engagement, find your positioning, find your pose, yeah? Left palm flips up. Exhale, exalt. So keep driving that left knee forward, lifting and lengthening through the front left side of the body. Right hand tracking down that back right leg, or reaching around the low back for support. Gaze can be up towards that left hand or back towards the right foot. Inhale, back up. Exhale your hands down, step it back, blow it out, chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale it out down. Nice big inhale, gaze comes forward, feet come forward. Inhale, half lift, exhale, release. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale your hands through the heart center. Whew. Grab a quick drink, wipe some sweat. Nicely done. I'm sweating. I got wrinkle cream in my eye, it's stinging. Yikes. All right, come stand at the top edge of your mat. We're gonna keep going. Whew. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, go back, high planks, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale it up, downward facing dog. Move that step out of the way. Come up high onto your tippy toes. Stand the right leg back. From here, you're going to drop that left heel, bend the knee, open it up, three-legged dog. This time in our three-legged dog, flex your right ankle. Engage and actively press it over to the left. And then if you want to carry it all the way over to flip your dog, go ahead and flip your dog. Reaching your right hand towards the mirrors, pressing down through the feet, lifting the hips, lengthening through the torso, let your head fall back. Inhale, exhale, we're going to come all the way back over. Shift into high plank, bring your right hand under your nose, roll onto the outside edge of your right foot for side plank. Press your hips to the ceiling. If you want more, you can hover that top left leg. Stay with your breath. Inhale, exhale, come down. You can flow it out if you want, or just press it back to downward facing dog. All right, two toes together, big ones together, high onto the tippies. Extend the left leg back. Bend the knee, open it up, drop that right heel. Flex that left ankle. Actively press that left foot over to the right. And then if you want, allow it to carry you all the way over to flip your dog. Lifting the hips, lengthening the torso, reaching. Let your head fall back. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way back over. Shift into high plank, left hand under the nose. Rolling onto the outside edge of the right foot, no left foot. Press your hips up, create that rainbow arc in the torso or the obliques. If you want more, you hover the leg like Chris's. Breathe in, inhale. Exhale, come all the way down. You can float out if you want, or press it back, downward facing dog. Once again, we're going to draw the big toes together to touch, come up high onto the tippy toes. Extend the right leg back. Hug the right knee in towards your chest, plant your right foot between your hands. Help it forward a bit if you need to. Stay high on the left toes. Rise up into high lunge. Sink deep into that front right knee. Fire up that back left leg. So get really high on the tippy toes of the left foot. Stack the heel right over the toes. Press to the back of the knee. Press the hamstring up to the ceiling and fire up that left glute. Sink low in the hips. Keep the hips nice and level. You need to do that by engaging that back left leg. The more you press it up, the more you're engaging that quad. Hands near the heart center. Hinge your torso forward. Then you're going to hook that left elbow to the right knee and press into the hands to lift your torso up and off the thigh. Try to stack your forearms. Stay low into that front right knee. If you want to open up your arms, feel free to open your arms. You can take a bind, a half bind, a full bind if it's in your practice to do so. Otherwise, you're going to stay put. Stay with your breath. Lift your torso up and off your thigh. Fire up through the legs. We're going to twist back towards the mirrors. Woohoo! Inhale, reach it all the way back up. Way to stick it, Chris. One more inhale. Exhale, we're gonna open it up, warrior two. Sinking deep into that front right knee. We're gonna come into extended side angle. So bend the right elbow, place it to the right knee. Left arm reaching up and overhead. Gaze is typically up to the ceiling. Lengthening the left arm forward. Reaching your fingertips towards the front. You want to do one straight line from the outside edge of that foot straight to those fingertips. If you want more, reach both arms. Staying steady with the core, opening that shoulder up. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, hands down. Step it back. Flow it out. Inhale up. Exhale it up, downward facing dog. Stay for a couple of breaths. Now I have no idea if any of you can actually hear the music, but Guns N' Roses just came on, Sweet Child of Mine. And anytime that song comes on in class, makes me think of Dawn, one of the gals that opened up the place. Woo! Coming onto high toes. Send the left leg back. Hug the left knee forward, plant it between your hands. Stay high on your right toes. Rise up. High lunge. Sinking deep into that front left knee. Oops. Balance is a little iffy today. Fire up to that back right leg. Stack the heel really high from the tip. I never want to see the heel leaping down the floor. Come up really high. Press to the back of the knee. Fire up to the back of that hamstring. Press it up, engaging that quad. The more engaged your legs are, the more level your hips will stay. Hands through the heart center. Hinging forward. And then you're going to bring your right elbow to your left knee. Then you're going to press into your hands to lift your torso up and off. Keep that back right leg super engaged. If you need a little more lift, making a fist with that left hand into the open right palm helps lift you and twist you deeper. Stay with your breath. If you open your arms or took a bind on the other side, feel free. We're going to hold for 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Inhale, reach it up. Woohoo! And exhale, open it up, warrior two. Sinking deep into that front left knee. Making our way into extended side angle. Bend the left elbow. Reaching the right arm up and overhead. Driving the hips forward and down. Once again, you want to be one straight line from the outside edge of that right foot through to the right fingertips. Opening the shoulder up. If you want more, reach both arms. Staying steady in the core. Keep opening that shoulder up. Breathe. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale your hands down. Step it back. And flow it out. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale it out. Downward facing dog. Nice big inhale. Gaze comes forward. Feet come forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Sit your hips low, sweep your fingertips. Utkatasana, chair pose. Now you can stay in queen chair. If you'd like, you can take king chair, heel toe on your feet a little bit wider apart. Powerful steps. Keep the hips low, send the hips back, draw the torso up. Hands come through the heart center. We're going to hinge forward, bringing that left elbow to the outer right knee. If that's too far, bring it to the inner left. Keep the hips low, press into the hands and twist. Now, if that left knee starts to pop ahead, you're twisting at the hips instead of the belly button, pull the hips back, drop them low. Keep your hips below your heart. You want to open up your arms, your left hand's going to come to the floor. Your right arm will come up. You can take it into a bind, a half bind. Stay with your breath. We're here for another 3, 2, 1. Twist back towards the center. We're going to heel toe the feet wide apart. You can drop yourself into a Hindi squat or you can take it into crow pose. I'll take Hindi. Chris, you want to try crow today? You're taking crow pose. You're going to plant your hands. Draw your knees onto your triceps or up into your armpits. Gaze is always ahead of your mat. You're floating up one foot and then the other. If you can, touch your toes together. If you're staying in Hindi squat, use your elbows to pry the hips open. You can use blocks to help you get a little more open if you've got wide hips. Stay with your breath. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Making your way back up. We're going to come all the way back up to stand. Heel toeing the feet back together. We're going to take our twist in the other side. So drop the hips low. Find your chair pose, king or queen chair. Hands through the heart center, hinge forward. And then we're going to twist. Bring that right elbow to the outer left knee. That's too far. Bring it to the inner right. Sit the hips down nice and low. Keep the hips engaged and aligned. Press into the hands, lifting the torso up and off the thighs. If you want to open your arms, the right hand would come to the floor, left arm would reach up. Keep your hips low. Stay with your breath. We're here for 3, 2, 1. We're going to twist back to center. Release. We're going to take Padadustasana. Yogi, grip your big toes, or use your 2-piece fingers between your big toe and your second toe. Wrap them around that big toe, feel the grip of the thumbs. Lengthen the crown of your head to the floor. Use your arm strength, draw your torso down, press your hips up. If you have to bend your knees significantly, bend your knees significantly, it's okay. Try not to keep your shoulders around your ears, pull the shoulders away. Lengthen through the neck, draw your torso down. Pull your elbows out to either side of the room. Stay with your breath. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Release the grip that you have. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, your hands through the heart center. Grab another quick drink. Wipe some sweat. Starting to look crazy. Working hard, I guess. All right, we're going to slow down a little bit. Do some balancing. So find the space on your mat where you feel the most centered, grounded and balanced. Arms come up and overhead. You're going to bring your right arm under the left, crisscross the elbows, twist our hands together like ropes as best as you can. You can't twist right arms together like ropes, you grab your arms with the shoulders like Chris is doing. Sit down nice and low. Ground into that left foot. Lift the right leg up, over, and around. If you can hook the toes behind, great. Sink deep into that left knee. Lift the elbows up in line with the shoulders, pull the thumbs from the face. Focus and breathe. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly unravel. Come all the way back up. Taking it right into the other side. Left arm comes under. Crisscross at the elbows. Twist tie the hands together like ropes. Go grab the opposite shoulder. Sit low. Ground into that right leg. Left leg comes up, over, and around. So hook the toes behind the calf. Sit deep, then deep into that right leg. Left, or lift the elbows up. Pull the thumbs from the face. Drishti gaze. One spot to look at that's not moving. You focus and you breathe. Squeeze the thighs, engage the core, breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Unravel. Shake it out if you need to. I always find that a big stretch on the shoulders. Grounding into the left foot. Spread the toes out nice and wide. We're going to pick up the right knee. So if you want, bring that left hand back to the hip to re-lengthen, engage to the core. Standing legs fired up. Engage the ankle of that floating right leg. Now you can stay with the knee if that is in your practice. If you want the toe grab, you're going to yogi grip your big toes. Extend first towards the mirrors. Then we're going to open up to the right. Whether you got your knee, whether you got your toe, lengthening. Stay with your breath. For 3, 2, nice recovery. 1, draw everything back to center. Keep the knee lifted. Hands through the heart center. Hinge forward. Find your variation of warrior 3. Try to drop that right hip down. Standing leg is straight, strong, engaged. Lift through the chest. Lengthen forward. For 3, 2, 1. Release your hands to the floor. We're going to come into standing split. Walk your hands back. Lengthen that right leg up. We're holding for 3, 2, 1. You're going to bring that left thumb 6 to 8 inches in front of the left pinky toe. We're going to transition into half move. So you're going to flex your right toes to the right, super engaging that floating leg. And then you're going to begin to open up to the right. Staying with your breath. For 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Paddle through. Shake up that standing leg. It's done a lot of work. We're going to take that off on the other side. So grounding into the right leg. Ground into the foot. Flatten it out. Pick up the left knee. And again, you're going to flex that left ankle. Right hand to the hip. Lengthen through the torso. Engage the core. Fire up your standing leg. Stay with the knee if that's where you're at. If toe grabs in your practice, Extend first towards the mirrors, then open it up to the left. Stay with your breath. Extending that right arm out for counterbalance. Breathe here for 3, 2, 1. Draw everything back. Keep the knee lifted. Hands to heart center. Hinge forward. Find your variation of warrior 3. Try to close that left hip down a bit. Standing legs fired up. Find your variation. Breathe. We're going to release the hands to the floor. Come into that standing split. Walk your hands back a little closer to that foot. Maybe wrap it around the calf or the ankle. Lengthen the left leg up. Draw your torso down. For 3, 2, 1. We're going to transition into half moon. So right thumb 6 to 8 inches in front of that right pinky toe. Flexing the left foot towards the left. Firing up that floating left leg. Balance is a little iffy today. Woo! Hope you're doing better than me. Stay with your breath. For 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Woo! That standing leg's working hard. Every time we transition, it's got to engage. All right, last standing pose. Tree. Running into that left foot. Spread the toes out wide. Flatten out through the foot. Pointing your right knee to the right. Toes can stay on the floor. You can leave your foot on the floor. Press your foot to your ankle. You can bring your foot to your calf or above the knee to the inner thigh. Always above or below the knee joint. Never ever against that knee joint. Standing leg is super fired up. So pull that kneecap up the thigh. Fire up the quad. Plant your glutes a little bit and see if you can pull that right knee back. Hands will come through the heart center. Then lift your heart up to meet your thumbs. Engage the core. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Tuck in through the chin. Stay here if you want. If there's another variation you'd like to take, maybe your arms come up. Maybe they come behind. Maybe they stay at heart center. It's all good. Stay with your breath. Keep breathing. Wrist to gaze. For 3, 2, 1. Hands back through the heart center. Knee comes forward. And release. Other side. Final standing or balancing pose in this series. Running down through the right foot. Point the left knee to the left. Toes can stay on the floor. Foot to ankle. Foot to calf. Or above the knee to the inner thigh. Firing up that standing leg. So draw the kneecap up the thigh. Fire up that quad. Whoopsie. Every now and then there's a breeze in these trees. Kind of send you for a loop. You can pretend you did it on purpose. Clench the glutes. Pull that left knee back. Engage the core. Lift the heart up to meet the thumbs. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Tuck into the chin. And then go ahead and find your fullest expression. Or maybe you're already there. That's okay. Pull the knee back. Clench through the glutes. Open through the front left hip. If you want to take it into a back bend, press your hips forward. Lift your heart up. Take your gaze up. Stay with your breath. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Hands come back through the heart center. Knee comes forward. And release. Come to stand at the top edge of your mat. We're going to flow some more. All right. We're going to go through our triangle series now. So inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, go back, high plank. Chaturanga, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale it out, downward facing dog. Draw your right foot forward. Plant it between your hands. We're going to inhale, rise all the way up. Warrior 2. So to start, we're going to come into bent leg trikonasana. So flip your palms towards the left side of the room. Lengthen through the torso. And as you exhale, you're going to hinge. So legs stay bent. Fingertips of that right hand come to that space between the big toe and the second toe. Left arm reaches up and back. Opening through the hips, opening through the chest. Staying strong through the core. Stay with your breath. On your next inhale, come all the way back up. We're going to straighten that front right leg. Send the hips back to the wall behind you. Reach forward and lower into triangle, straight leg triangle. Using a block if you need to. Pressing your hips and your pelvis forward. You want to rotate that right hip under and peel your top left shoulder open. Gaze is typically up to the ceiling. Stay with your breath. Never hold your breath. Inhale, come all the way back up. We're going to pivot all 10 toes towards the left. Hands come to the low back. Squeeze the elbows and the shoulders together. Lift and lengthen. Lead with your chin. Hinge from the hip crease. Flat back. Strong core. Fired up legs. Hinging forward into a wide-legged forward fold. Once you reach the depth of your fold, release your hands down. And then you can walk yourself a little deeper. Maybe the heels of your hands coming in line with the heels of your feet. Maybe you reach the arms back. Maybe you grab the outside edges of your ankles. Pulling yourself deep. If your head makes it to the floor, heel pull your feet a little bit closer. Give your space room to move into. Stay with your breath. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Hands come back up in front of you. Lengthen, engage the core, fire up the legs. You might have to take a micro bend in the knees. Hands come back to the hips. Lead with the nose. Flat back, come all the way up. Arms up and overhead. Give yourself time to recover. Sometimes we feel a little woozy, a little lightheaded coming all the way back up. Just take your time. And then when you're ready, we're going to heel toe the feet a little closer together. We're going to point the right toes forward, shorten up the stance, and pivot the left toe forward as well. Again, we really want to work towards squaring up those hips. So that right hip pulls back, that left hip presses forward. Shoulders are squared. Hands can stay on your hips. You can grab your opposite elbows behind your low back. Take a reverse namaste, whatever works for you. Lengthen as you inhale. Lead with the chin, hinge from the hip crease. Keep pressing the left hip forward. Keep drawing the right hip back as we hinge over that front right leg. Think chin to shin, nose to toes. If you want, release your hands down to the floor for balance. We're lengthening the torso down and flat back against that front right leg. Gaze is a little bit ahead. You want chin to shin, nose to toes. Stay with your breath. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Plant your hands. We're going to step all the way back to a high plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale it out, downward facing dog. We're going to do all that on the other side. So left foot comes forward. Plant it between your hands. We're going to inhale, rise all the way up. Warrior 2. Triangle series. We're going to start with bent leg triangle. Flip your palms to the right. Lengthen through the torso. Big inhale. Exhale, we're going to hinge. So fingertips of the left hand come to that space between the big toe and the second toe. Right arm is up and back. Hips stay driving forward and down. Length through the core, strong obliques. Gaze typically up to the ceiling. Stay strong in the legs, strong in the core. Inhale, come all the way back up. We're going to straighten the front left leg. Send the hips back, reach the fingertip forward, and then come into our triangle pose on the left. Chitta Trikonasana. Rotating that left hip under, peeling that top right shoulder open. Strong core, strong legs. You can use a block. I use my shin not to rest into, but just to open up a little bit more. Just a little bit of leverage so I can open my torso. It's not quite as open on this side. On your next inhale, come all the way back up. Pivot all 10 toes towards the right. And again, you're going to slightly pigeon toe just a little bit so that the outside edges of your feet are parallel with the outside edges of your legs. Interlacing your knuckles behind your low back. Roll your shoulders back, roll your heart forward. Lengthen as you inhale. Exhale, flat back. Leading with the chin, hinging from the hip crease, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. If you got open shoulders, you're going to let your knuckles fly or float up off your low back. If they don't float up, it just means you got tight shoulders. It's all good. If your knuckles do float up off your low back, try to squeeze your palms together. This time we're going to rock the way forward into the toes, tuck the chin to the chest. Breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Knuckles come back down to the low back, lead with the nose, flat back, slowly coming all the way back up. Arms are going to come up and overhead, giving yourself as much time. A lot of times we feel a little woozy coming all the way back up after dangling upside down. All the blood rushes to our brains. We stand up, it kind of leaves us high and dry. It's kind of whoosh. We get a little woozy. All right, when you feel ready to move forward, you're going to heel to your feet a little closer together. Pivot your left toes forward. Shorten up your stance. And pivot the right toes forward as well. So you want about 2 to 3 feet between your feet. Your feet should be about hip width distance. If you feel really wobbly, take your stance a little wider. Or just play around with what's going to give you some stability. Hands to the hips. You can grab your opposite elbows, whatever you need. Lengthen as you inhale, keep pressing that left hip back, drawing the right hip forward. Keep the hips as square as you can. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, hinge. Keep drawing the left hip back, pressing that right hip forward. Chin to shin, nose to toes. Again, if balance is an issue today, allow your hands to come down to the floor, but keep lengthening through the torso, hinging over that front left leg. Big stretch up the back side of that leg. Stay with your breath. Keep pressing the left hip back. Keep drawing the right hip forward. Stay with your breath for 3, 2, 1. Find your hands, step it back. Blow it out, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale it out, downward facing dog. Just taking a couple of breaths here in your down dog to reset. Find some length if you need it. We're going to shift back into a high plank. We're going to hold for a few moments, pressing the floor away from you, pressing that space between the shoulder blades up to the ceiling. Don't let your shoulder blades draw together. Draw to your knees and slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Bring your right ear to the mat and just come to rest on your belly. You can draw your big toes together to touch, let your heels fall apart, or just separate your legs, whatever you need. Just find rest. Take a nice big inhale in through the nose and sigh it out your mouth. Releasing some tension in the body, just getting a little heavier on your mat. Just taking some time to rest for a moment. Hands down alongside the hips, palms can face up to start. Just breathing. All right, we're gonna come into some back bend, maybe some heart opening. So draw your chin forward, flip your palms face down. You want your pinky fingers in line with your thighs. You want to zip your inner leg lines together. As you inhale, you're going to lift your heart, lift your chest, float your fingertips back, then float your heels up. Stay with your breath. If it'll help take you deeper into the posture, interlace your knuckles behind your low back, draw them to the heels. Lift and lengthen. Stay with your breath. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Other ear to the mat. Take your rest. Walk up to the hips if you need to, or windshield wiper your low legs, draw your heels up to the ceiling. Swing back and forth. Second set, chin comes forward, flip the palms down, lift and lengthen, reach up, go back. Again, if it helps, interlace your knuckles, lift through the chest, lift through the heels, straight legs, strong core, lift up. Press down through the hips and the pubic bone, lift. For 3, 2, 1, lower it down. Rock up through the hips. Windshield wiper the low legs. Let it all go. Third set. This time we're going to take floor bow. So floor bow is not in your practice. Do a third set of locust, one we just did. You're going to draw your heels up towards your glutes. Grab the tops of your feet from the outside, then squeeze your knees together. One thing I've noticed from making these videos is I tend to flare my knees up when I kick back and kick up. So I'm working on squeezing the knees together. On your next inhale, kick back, kick up, go up. Pull against the feet so hard your thighs float up, and kick so hard into your hands, your ribs lift up. You're just resting on the soft part of your belly. Kick back and kick up. Keep breathing. Kick back, kick up. Kick one more time, and release, let it go. Woo! Walk up through the hips, find that release. We're gonna roll over onto our backs. Man, an hour goes quick. You're having a good time doing the yoga. All right, so we're gonna lay on our backs and plant our heels right below our knees. You want your feet about hip width distance apart and pointing straight back. Another thing I've noticed in making these videos is that I tend to flare my feet out. And that's okay once you get into the pose, but once you're in, like to get to the pose, once you're in, you need to work at realigning your feet and your hips. Hands are gonna come down alongside your hips, palms facing down. So you can press into your hands, press down into your forearms, press into your triceps. Dig in with the heels, engage the thighs, lift the hips up. Now, once your hips are up, you're going to walk your shoulders together. Lifting the hips up, you want to press your chest to your chin and tuck your chin to your chest, keeping the back of your head on the mat, lengthening through the back side of the neck. Squeeze the thighs, lift the hips, maybe interlace your knuckles behind the low back. Stay with your breath. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Take the shoulders out, tuck in the hips if you need to, just flag up through the small of your back. We're gonna come into a second set. Option for your second set is full wheel. You're gonna bring your hands beside your ears, pressing down through your hands and your feet. You're gonna straighten your arms and your legs. Again, I notice when I come into this, I flare my feet out and I kind of come in, but then I sort of sort myself out once I'm up. So you can do a second set of little bridge pose, the one we just did, or you can come into full wheel. Like I said, I kind of come into it funny, but I sort of try to sort myself out once I get in. If you're going into little bridge, you're going back in exactly as you did. If you're coming into full wheel, you're going to press into your hands and your feet. You're going to press up and go up. Straighten your arms and your legs. If you're full wheel, try to get your gaze between your hands. Press your chest back. Stay with your breath. Lift and lengthen. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck the chin, nice and slowly, coming all the way down. We're going to come into Supta Baddha, soles of the feet together, hips opening up. One hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Stay with your breath. Alrighty, we're going to do an inversion today. Full wheel was kind of an inversion, so is little bridge pose. But we're going to come into other variations. So the most basic variation would be waterfall. Extend your feet straight into the ceiling, pressing to the hips. If you want support in that, placing a block under the low back so that you don't have to really work to lift the legs up. Your heart still has to pump that blood all the way up to the tips of your toes. So your internal organs, your body's still working hard, even if you don't have a ton of muscle engagement here. And you can just stay put in waterfall. If you prefer, you can take it all the way into shoulder stand. And then doing that, you're just going to rock the weight into your hips, up into your shoulders, collecting your hips, squeezing your elbows and your shoulders together, pressing your hips front, your heels back, spine vertical. Stay with your breath. Now you can stay here. If you want to take it into plow pose, you're going to lower your toes overhead. If your toes make it to the floor, you can release the support for your back. If they don't, keep that support. Lots of compression. If you want to come into deaf yogis, you're going to bend your knees. Curling up into like a little snail shell. I don't really know how well I'll be able to talk or be clear. Staying for 3, 2, 1. Coming back out of the pose the same way that you went in. Lots of time, slowly coming out. And again, we'll take Supta Baddha. Sorry, we'll run another time. So we're going to grab the backs of our hamstrings, rock back and forth. Now I know there's a bunch of our hardcores out there. They're totally missing my little ab section. You're just going to have to do a little bit of ab work on your own after class. We don't have time today. Coming into a downward facing dog, we're going to get into our hips a little bit. Standing your right leg back. You're going to draw your right knee through to the inside of your right wrist. Your left ankle up towards your left wrist. Or sorry, your right ankle up towards your left wrist. And you're going to settle your hips in. You want to keep your hips nice and level. So you don't want to roll onto your bum cheek or onto that outer hip. You want to keep your hips level. So if you need a block or something to that effect, you can place it under your thigh or under your bum. Staying in frog pigeon to start. And then we're going to walk our way down. Coming into sleeping pigeon. If that block starts to hinder the depth of the pose, you move it out of the way. Staying with your breath. We're going to take 5 cycles of breath here. So nice full inhale in through the nose. And exhale, side out of the mouth. Releasing tension, softening through the shoulders, softening through the jaw, unfurrowing your brow. Staying with your breath. If you want to take yourself into a quad stretch, you can start to walk your torso up. If you're not taking the quad stretch, stay in sleeping pigeon. You can start to curl that heel up, drawing the heel in towards your body. Oof. Maybe making your way into a mermaid or whatever. But you want to get into that quad, you're just going to draw that heel towards the body. Maybe pigeon's where you need to be today. We're going to hold for another 3, 2, 1. Start to walk your torso all the way back up, moving any blocks out of the way. Roll over the left toes, send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Releasing through your hips. Pressing your chest back. Lots of length through the torso. We're going to take that hip opener on the other side. Left leg comes back. Draw the left knee through to the inside of the left wrist. Left ankle up towards your right wrist. If that's too much, take it towards the right hip or groin. Lengthen the right leg back. Proud pigeon to start. Settle in through the hips. Use a block if you need to. Lengthen as you inhale. Exhale. Come all the way down into sleeping pigeon. Really opening up through that outer hip, through the glute. Again, if you need a block under that thigh or under that hip, feel free to place one. We're going to settle in for another 5 cycles of breath. So nice full inhale, full exhale. Again, if you took that quad stretch on the other side and you want to give it a go here, you can start to walk your torso up, starting to curl that right heel up, pulling the heel towards the glutes. Maybe take it into that mermaid. Maybe just pull that heel towards the quad or to the bum, getting into that thigh, that quad stretch. You need that hip opener to stay with the pigeon pose. We're going to hold for another 3, 2, 1. Moving any blocks out of the way, you're going to start to roll over the right tippy toes, coming all the way up and back, pedaling through, taking some kicks, circles with the knee, whatever you got to do to let that go. Inhale, gaze comes forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands, sit onto your bum. We're going to do some simple forward folds to start, or to finish, sorry. So you might want to move any extra tissue up from underneath your seat. You really want to get grounded into the ischial tuberosities, your 2 sitting bones. And to start, we're going to take that right leg out to the side, bringing that left foot high into the thigh, heel in close to the body. You're going to square your shoulders over that extended right leg, lengthen your torso up. You're going to hinge from the hip crease, lead with your heart, hinging forward. Again, just thinking chin to shin, nose to toes, folding over that front right leg, long flat back. We're not rounding forward, we're lengthening forward and down. You might not be as far deep as if you were to tuck your chin and round over. That's okay. Big stretch at the back side of the leg. We're going to hold for 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back up. We're going to switch up the legs. Left leg comes out, right leg comes in. You're going to square your shoulders over that extended left leg. Lengthening up, hinging from the hip crease, long flat back, forward over that left leg. Again, chin to shin, nose to toes, long flat back, hinging over that leg. You're going to feel some lengthening through the back, right side body as you square that right shoulder forward in line with the left. For 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back up. We're going to extend our legs straight out in front. Lengthen up. Hinge forward. And again, you're pulling your belly and your heart towards your feet and then down. Flat back. Hinging over your legs. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back up. We're going to take it into a wide-legged straddle so you can turn sideways on your mat, keeping your heels on the floor. I always bring one hand in front, one in the back, and lifting up just so I can get that bit of a pelvic tilt so that I can hinge from the hip as opposed to having to round. Using your hands in front of you, lengthen forward, and then slowly walk your way forward into a wide-legged straddle. You only come to your hands, you come to your forearms, that's okay. But as your body starts to soften, feel free to come to your depth. Again, we're just going to hold for another 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way back up, buckling your knees from the outside. We're going to come to the front and lay on our backs. You're just about out for time. We're going to lay onto our backs, tuck the knees into the chest. Arms come out nice and wide. We're going to take a simple supine twist to the right, keeping both shoulders grounded. You can place a block between the knees or under the knees. Twisting over to the left, knees dropping to the right, gaze to the left. If that's too much on your neck, keep your gaze more neutral. Stay with your breath. We're going to hold for 3, 2, 1. Twisting all the way back up and over to the other direction. Shoulders stay grounded. Gaze can come over to the right, knees drop to the left. Stay with your breath. Again, for 3, 2, 1. Draw your knees back to center. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Hug it nice and tight and make your way into Shavasana. Chris is going to make his way into Shavasana. I'm going to make my way up to say thank you so much for joining me this morning. Always an honor. Please, please, if you have any feedback, we'd love to hear how you're making out with our virtual classes. If you want to stick with me, I'm going to be back on here at about 11:30 to do, well, a hot or not so hot 26 class. I would love for you to roll out your mats and give it another go. As always, we appreciate your support. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to guiding you through another practice very, very soon.